It's the most wonderful time of the week. We've got back eatins cracking and pipes will be packing and smoking so free. It's the most wonderful time of the week. Hey guys, sorry about that. I thought of that little ditty sitting on the toilet looking out in the backyard at all the birds and animals playing. Just kind of excited for my pipe tonight. Been a long week. Hadn't been able to get out there and have a pipe this week, so it's been since Sunday, I guess. But yeah, I got a sample of Hearth and Home Bright Night from Chelsea Dooza Pipes, and it's a straight Virginia, but it's pressed into a cake and held for 30 days. That's the slow aged. But yeah, you can kind of see the combination. It's supposed to be mainly bright Virginias, but you can kind of see, you know, they've definitely taken on some darkness there in that sort of slow aging pressing process that they've undergone. But it smells fantastic. Just going to get a quick whiff here real quick. Yeah, smells really good. Nice, you know, grassy hay, some earth for sure. But yeah, with that pressing process, it's got a little bit of deepness to it as well. And I believe this has some spice added, because it says I looked it up, and the tin art's got some sort of wintry themes going on. So I believe a little bit of maybe like a pinch of sugar and some spice going on in here too, just to kind of give a little bit of sweetness and pleasantness. So yeah, looking forward to this. I'm gonna go set some out for a little bit, pack a pipe, and be right back with you. Got the Castello billiard out. Again with the Hearth and Home Bright Night, straight Virginia, pressed and slow aged for 30 days into a cake. And luckily the sample was very dry. Not like crispy, but dry enough to where I didn't really have to wait too long. And it took to fire very well. Just quick char and a true, and it was good to go. Yeah, definitely a nice, sweet, earthy Virginia. You can kind of tell the 30-day pressed age gives it a little bit of a like a little hint of fermentedness to it, which is nice though. It's not a negative. It's a positive for sure. So who's been to this grocery store? If you recognize that you're from a pretty specific place, well, I don't know. I'm sure it's multiple states, but it's definitely a regional chain with a funny name. We would say it's a grocery store called Piggy Wiggly. And just, I grew up probably a mile from our local Piggly Wiggly, so it's obviously a place where my mom went very often for groceries. And you hear that name and you don't really think anything of it. It is what it is. It's Piggly Wiggly. That's where we go get groceries, right? But like, just to think about it, thinking of it from an outsider, not hearing it for the first time, like Piggly Wiggly. What kind of name is that for a grocery store? It's still there. They moved across the street recently. They bought a newer property, I believe, because I think the property they were at got bought out by the hospital in town. I was thinking about kind of a rant type of subject, but how so many things today, like, just kind of like durable goods type items, are just, they're really not made to last anymore. As an example, when we moved into the house we're in now, the landlord put a brand new LG microwave in the kitchen. Nothing crazy, like a mid-range model. It's probably 1,100 watts, something like that. Good size, good. It was a decent size, good performance microwave. And was heating something up one night, and it just started making a weird noise and just crapped out. Just stopped working after like a couple of years. And and so I went into the basement and found the microwave that I used in college. Which would have been, probably bought it around the year 2000. That's a reasonable guess. So this thing's probably about 20 years old. Got me through college, or half of college. I used it, after college and different places I moved around to. I moved that microwave from South Carolina to Mississippi to Missouri to New Jersey. That's how. So the microwave has traveled. It's been on the back of some trailers bouncing around, and it's still going strong. It's an 800 watt Samsung microwave. So all that means to me is that you can make a microwave that will last for more than 20 years and sell it for, I probably got that microwave for like $40 back then, maybe $50 at like Walmart or something. And I'm pretty sure Samsung made a profit off of that microwave, as did Walmart. And that microwave lasted for over 20 years. But then fast forward now, a microwave that's less than 3 years old, that costs a lot more than that Samsung, craps out. And I think you can apply that model to a lot of stuff. Ever notice how, like, people talk about car warranties? As soon as the warranty's done, everything starts breaking. Now, granted, I'm sure that's a lot of lot of coincidence involved in that, and I'm sure that's not, true for everything that goes wrong. But I think there's a lot of truth to that in a lot of ways. And I think it's intentional. I really do. My brother built a house recently. Beautiful house. Went through hell to build it. Over time, over budget. The builder had basically given up on life. This was his last job, and he stopped caring about everything. So even after the house was built, my brother bought and paid for it. It's just having to fix just dumb shit. Like moisture underneath in the crawl space that should have been taken care of. Things like that there's no way. And it was literally one of those situations where, like, yeah, you can sue me, but you're not going to get anything out of me because I don't have anything. So what are you going to do, right? Anyway, besides the subject, kind of taught me a lesson. Like, if I'm ever going to build a house of my own, I'm going to, be able to control that process, much better, and be very careful about who I hire and, all that fun stuff. Just, you gotta micromanage that process. He was trying to do it with a full-time job as a site engineer at a factory, and just, yeah. Well, really a manager, managing a bunch of site engineers, but still. So trying to do a job like that and build a house, no way. You have to stay on top of it like crazy, or lose your mind in the process. Sorry, beside the point. But yeah, like, he installed a brand new dishwasher. Like a nice dishwasher, like a high-end dishwasher. I think it lasted for 1.5 years before he had to make a major repair on it. And don't even get me started on the profit margin of toilet paper. Ridiculous. But seriously, right? It's got to be a huge profit margin. It's a roll of paper. It's a roll of bleached paper that's been processed so much that it's soft. That's all it is. Why does a pack of toilet paper cost $20? It's insane. I'm sorry. But yeah, just a rant. I'm going to focus on my pipe and enjoy this tobacco. It's good stuff. Thank you so much, Chelsea, for the sample. Sun is going down, so the temperature's starting to cool off a little bit. Looks like it's turning into a nice evening. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you next time. Be excellent to each other.